Hello and welcome to another live presentation of Patents TV. I'm your host, Jeff Bond, and this is episode 37. And this is one of the programs that we do the first Tuesday of the month. Our third Tuesday of the month is our vendor presentation. But today I have a special guest. Her name is Lisa Poff, and she is with the iCanConnect out of Indiana State. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk a little bit about a program that you're running. And it's the Indiana National Deaf-Blind Equipment Distribution Program?
Yes, it's a lot of words. That is the same in essence as iCanConnect. Nationally, the program's known as iCanConnect through the national project. But what it is a program that's been sponsored by the Federal Communications Commission. It was actually mandated through the 21st Century Communications and Video Accessibility Act. I know. Mm-hmm. And it's a 2 to 3 year pilot program. We started in 2012. We just heard that we will continue through 2015, so it is up for that third year.
Good.
What we do, there's a project in every state, including Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and we provide equipment for persons who have vision and hearing loss and who are low income in the United States, and here in the state of Indiana.
Sure. And what's the purpose of the program?
Well, like I said, we do provide that free equipment, and that includes software, off-the-shelf equipment, and we provide that equipment so that they can access telecommunications. And by that we mean both the telephone, both wireless and regular telephone, and we mean something called advanced communications, which includes internet access. It includes Skyping, video communications, and voice communication over the internet, as well as email and text messaging.
Very good. And who qualifies for the program?
To qualify for the program, you have to have both a vision and a hearing loss, and that is as defined in the Helen Keller National Act. What that means is it is a vision loss of 2200 or a visual field loss, and that can be from low vision to completely blind. For hearing, we're talking about someone who has difficulty understanding speech, even when it's amplified as best it can be for that individual. And it's any combination of that. In addition, to qualify for this particular program, there are some financial requirements. And what that is 400% of federal poverty level, mm-hmm. which is actually, I don't know if you know, but it's actually pretty generous. Mm-hmm. For one person, that's around $46,000.
A good starting point, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of equipment is provided? You talked a little bit about TTY.
It's pretty broad. They've actually allowed us to create our own list of equipment, as it were. It's anything from off-the-shelf equipment that has built-in accessibility features like iPads and different computers, all the way through very specialized equipment for persons who are deaf-blind, like a Braille display or Zoom text or the Braille communicator. It also includes the software for that equipment, and we do provide assessments so that we can figure out exactly what works for the consumer and the training afterwards.
Okay. So is there an age limit to who can get the equipment?
No, not at all. It's actually throughout the lifespan. We have currently about 40 persons in the system who are either waiting for assessments or are actually receiving their training, and they range anywhere from age 13 to over 80.
Okay. So if a public school had a student that had low vision needs and stuff, is there a way they can access it, or how?
Yes, that is true. We can provide equipment for children that are still in school. The real question is, we are considered the funder of last resort, is how they phrase it. So if it is equipment that student would need for school and it's in their IEP, we couldn't provide that.
Okay.
On the other hand, if it's something that they would have at home and it would be something related to accessing the internet or telecommunications, then we still could do that.
Okay, great. All right. Well, how does the program work in Indiana then?
Okay, we've partnered with Perkins School for the Blind in Massachusetts, and we are located at Indiana State University at Bloomberg Center, and you would contact me to get an application form, and then once that application is filled out and I receive the information about your income and about the disability, I then contact our partner here at Crossroads in Indianapolis.
Okay.
They come to your home, do an actual assessment, talk to the consumer, see what types of equipment will work best. They typically bring some equipment with them so that you can try things out. Then I get a report with some recommendations. And then Perkins, our partner in Massachusetts, actually purchases that equipment for us, has it shipped. Once it's here back in Indiana, it ships to Crossroads, and then they make arrangements with the consumer to come out and do the installation, do the initial training on the equipment. And it's not a one-shot training. Typically, 2 to 3 times is pretty average, so that we want to make sure that you understand exactly how to use it. If there are problems, you can kind of understand how to navigate that. We don't want to provide equipment and then have it not be helpful for that person.
Oh, sure, sure. I would agree with that. What's been distributed in Indiana?
You know, it's been a very wide range of things, but for the most part, the highest request has been computers. Probably 57% of those things that we've distributed. The second highest, not surprisingly, are iPads. And then we're looking at something like Zoom Text, and I believe the 4th highest thing that we've distributed has been an iPhone or a smartphone.
Okay. I happened to go to your website and just sort of looked around a little bit, and I see your contact information here. But I did want to slide down because we were talking about some of the resources, and here I see we've got Braille devices, and if we click on that, it brings up a variety of different Braille devices. So, so these are things that Perkins would provide then, as far as if somebody is identified as far as needing these type of devices?
These are things that we can actually purchase. It's completely free, and it does belong to that consumer once we've gone through this process. So these are things that are on our list that we can purchase for them. Perkins then is in charge of making sure that it's ordered, and if there are warranties, and we do buy extended warranties, by the way, for equipment. If there are warranties and something happens, then they handle the warranty issues.
Okay. Yeah, I did see the warranties. I kind of was curious about that part of it, so it makes it just go a little beyond what the factory warranty is?
Yes.
Very good. And I did notice that you had some mobile devices as well, tactile screen protectors for the iPads. Is the iPad becoming more and more popular as
It is, and we typically are looking at things where we have combinations. We don't have a limit on the money that we spend for a particular person or the number of pieces of equipment. So a lot of times we'll see somebody get a new computer for use at home, but then they'll also have an iPad that they use when they're actually traveling.
Very good. Well, how can people access your information and I guess get involved?
Okay. You can always find information both about the national program and individual states through the website. It's called iCanConnect.org. That also provides a link to us. It's under the State Partner tab. There is a link to Indiana, which provides my contact information. And the main way to get into the process is to contact me. You can do that through the website, or I have an email that you can contact me at lisa.poff, P-O-F-F, at indstate.edu. We also have a toll-free number. It's 800-622-3035.
I see that there. Very good. Go back to the web page here. So on a national component, I also see there are equipment and other resources here that we can click on as well. So from a national standpoint, there's a lot more information that folks can get as far as different projects and so forth. I see that there are different, the American Council for the Blind and so forth. One thing I would like to point out while I'm at the website is the website is really designed nicely for individuals that have a disability. I noticed that you can customize the website. Currently we have it set up with the blue background. We can actually go here to just a white background. If we need to invert it, it can be inverted. And we also have an opportunity to increase the font over here. And a lot of websites still aren't necessarily accessible to individuals that have a disability, be it low vision or a hearing impairment. And I also noticed that there's the iCanConnect video brochure is actually signed. Mm-hmm. So there's a variety of assistive technology and thought that's gone through making sure that this is an accessible website.
There are a couple of reasons for that, and of course one is that it's just best practice to be accessible, but the other is that lots of times we have individuals who are deafblind who are doing training. So they are actually part of providing the services for this project as well.
Oh, great, great. Well, Lisa, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming and sharing your information. It's always helpful to have somebody, you know, come in with expertise that's far and away above mine. But I'm going to wrap up today's episode, and I do want to remind you that April 17th is going to be the Tech Expo, and we'll be doing that at the Fountains up in Carmel. There is no cost for the expo. We do ask that you register, and registration is free, and you'll get a complimentary lunch. There'll be plenty of parking, and this is driven by the vendors that the Patents Project works with specifically, and they're the ones that will actually be doing the vendor presentations. So we're going to have a number of vendor presentations that are going to be going continuously, as well as with the registration, there's also going to be a drawing at the end that you need to be present. We're going to have some really nice prizes, I believe. But again, that's April 17th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that's up again at the Fountains in Carmel. So we'd like to see you there if you can make it. That'd be great. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye. Again, Lisa, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we'll say goodbye for now. Thanks.